Welcome back. So, got a really kind of eclectic group of items that have come in. Some are obviously PC, some are just reminiscent of childhood. So, starting off on top, yes, that is a football card in front of you. There's actually two football cards back to back. I know it's a rarity on this channel, but sometimes you gotta mix it up. Um, but the guy on top, not Jewish, but for those of you that grew up in the 80s, you should be very much familiar with Bubba Smith. This is a 1970 Topps Bubba Smith rookie card in a PSA 5. If you're still wondering who he is, you might recognize him by the name of Hightower, Moses Hightower from Police Academy. Before his acting career, he was a professional football player, primarily with the Colts. So this popped up for $15, I think it was. So I fear, just as a matter of nostalgia, I'd pick up a Bubba Smith rookie card in a PSA 5. Next up, you saw this card before, but you saw it raw, which I got from B-Raw 6. Just went online just seeing what I could get for a decent grade for a Lyle Alzado rookie card, and found a PSA 7. It was like 20, $25. Figure it's decent. You're going to spend a lot on grading anyway, if one were to send one in. So it's his 1972 Topps rookie card, and this is the last football card of the bunch. Next up, we have two cards I purchased from one seller. These cards I remember growing up. This particular set of 95 Upper Deck. And 95 Upper Deck, they did a few, I think 3 or 4 different potential autograph pulls. Incredibly hard to pull. Clemens was one, Reggie Jackson, I believe Willie Mays, and I think one other, but I'm not 100% sure. But this came up. I happened to see this when I was buying the next item from the seller, and I threw an offer out, and it was accepted. I like the design. I like the connection I have to this particular set. This is right before I stopped collecting, I think, the first time. And that is about as clean of an auto as you're going to find probably on a card, especially one that's from a pack. So those guys that like to submit cards for PSA registries, grading the autos, baseball collector being one of them, this would be basically a perfect opportunity to do so. So for now, hold on to it. I'll probably sell it, probably to someone that wants to grade the auto, because it is absolutely fantastic. And part of the original purchase from that seller was a JSA certified Mario Lemieux 91-92 Upper Deck. This is Lemieux with President George H.W. Bush after the Penguins won the Stanley Cup. Again, this is one of those situations where it's a matter of nostalgia for me. I remember Lemieux more so than Gretzky growing up. Probably because he's played with the Penguins, the cross-state rival, being a Flyers fan myself. Not much of a hockey fan, period, but back in the day, did watch some Flyers games. But I remember the story for Lemieux and kind of what he had to overcome, and just being one of the greatest players of all time. So negotiated with this, got it to a reasonable price, and I'll send it off to get PSA slabbed. Inexpensive buy. Always love the government issue postcards because you get the autograph that is dated from his MVP season, 1953. Al Rosen. And then this one I hadn't seen before. I knew there had to be one that probably existed. The case is kind of beat up, but that's all right. This is from Historic Autographs. It's a Friends and Foes set. Product that they put out. These autographed booklets. These happen to be two friends, Hank Greenberg, Charlie Gehringer, PSA DNA certified on both. So nice little Hank Greenberg booklet, and they didn't make a whole lot of the booklets. So some of these may be one-on-one. They're not numbered, and I don't know if they made how many of these they made, but they didn't make a lot of many of them. Period. So far we have a lot of ink in this particular mail day. So 4 pieces of ink, 2 slabs, but that wasn't the best piece of mail that I got. So I got this envelope. I'm not going to flip it over because it has address information on it. But this was an incredible surprise from 2 fellow YouTubers. Both of their channels will be in the description below. So, unbeknownst to me, Danny Metz Rule reached out to Scott at Reindeer Studios and commissioned him to do a piece for me. Now this is the note from Scott. Hey Sean, thanks so much for being such a fantastic part of the card community. Enjoy your doodle. Your friends Scott at Reindeer Studios and Danny at Metz Rule. These are fantastic people in our community. As I talk, I'll go through some of the extras that Scott threw in. Sean Green, Kevin Euclid. I don't think I had any of these. And Jason Kipnis. So 3 Jews included in there. Yeah, Danny had emailed me saying he had something he was going to have sent to me and left it at that. He said it was something a little bit different, but beyond that I had no clue. Still didn't have a clue until Scott posted a video last week. Or the week before, recently, let's just put it that way. And so Danny had Scott do a Gary Carter doodle for him, and then he commissioned this piece on top of that. And Scott is a absolutely fantastic artist, so I was very flattered that he would take the time to do this for me. I was blown away that Danny had this done for me. So this is my own little doodle from Reindeer Studios. And this may be familiar to you because this is now the little image I use for my account. So he's got obviously myself and my beard. Koufax in one hand and Greenberg in the other, which is appropriate. And signed here. So I guess technically you could say that this is another Koufax and Greenberg one-of-one in the collection. So I'm definitely keeping this in the collection without a doubt. Once I'm able to display stuff, I probably will put this up in some way. Right now I have nothing on the walls. But I was absolutely blown away, and clearly this was the best piece of mail I could possibly get this week. So I was very happy, very humbled, and very appreciative of Scott and Danny, Reindeer Studios and Metz Rule, for all their support and for this very, very generous gift. So that's what I got for you this time around. And until next time, please remember, to collect what you enjoy, enjoy what you collect, and don't let anybody, especially the market or YouTuber, dictate that to you. And most importantly, have fun. And have fun by being active in this community. So find your way of participating, whether it's making videos, watching and commenting, going to live streams, group chats, going to your LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. The more you'll learn, the more your PC will grow, the more people you'll meet, and the more fantastic friendships you'll form. So I thank you very much for joining me. I hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.